Hey Twisted Friends, it's your girl Jess, and I'm gonna give you the update on my shoulder. I got the results of the MRI like at the beginning of the week, but I was waiting to update you guys about it, excuse me, until we had a plan going forward. So it turns out that I did tear the cartilage in my shoulder, which is the same injury that I had like almost 9 years ago that I had to have surgery to repair. And so, my doctor went through and kind of gave me a couple different options of things we could try. But I said, I just really like to get a surgeon's opinion. It's not going to hurt anything. So I saw a shoulder surgery specialist yesterday, and we were going through like my past history. They did an exam, blah blah blah. And they basically said we could try more physical therapy, but I've already done that and it only worked to a certain extent. Basically I'd have to get all the muscles that have anything to do with my shoulder really ripped for it to have much benefit. And it wouldn't deal with the constant pain. They could try a cortisone shot into a different spot on my shoulder since they know exactly where the problem is now. But they said, that's only a temporary solution if it works and it doesn't do anything to solve the problem of the instability in my shoulder. Basically, any movement that I do where it kind of rolls my shoulder forward, or if I reach for something, it hurts, first of all, and it feels like my shoulder could dislocate if I go too far. So, and there's all kinds of things that, I can't do. I'm very limited on yoga positions. Because almost anything that's weight bearing, I have to hold myself up with my arms, hurts. Stretching too far hurts. Lifting anything more than a couple of pounds, even if I'm not really using my shoulder, just lifting something with my hand or carrying something in my hand hurts. I trained Cosmo to walk on my left, so I can't have him do that anymore because, sometimes having to do small corrections with the leash with him hurts. And so I'm having to try to retrain him to walk on my right. So that sucks. And so I told the doctor all this, and, he pretty much left it up to me of what I want to do. And I said, at this point, it's been almost 6 months since the injury. And I'll link you to the video of how this happened at the end of this. I was like, it's been almost 6 months of this. I've tried, everything short of surgery to deal with this, and it hasn't been effective enough. I'm in constant pain, and I told him, I was like, I've had chronic pain for half of my life, so I can tolerate pain pretty well. And so I was like, if I've been complaining about this for the last 6 months, then it's bad and it's having a real impact on my day-to-day life. And I was like, I'm just over it. I want it fixed. And he was like, okay, no problem. We can do surgery. And So that is scheduled for the 27th of February. He told me they usually schedule about a month out, and that was actually fine. It gives me plenty of time to plan, get things coordinated, just do everything that I need to do to be ready to go into the surgery and for recovery. And it's a long recovery process. Like, I'll probably be in a sling for a good 4 to 6 weeks because my shoulder has to be really like immobile for the repaired spot to heal. It's hard to get cartilage to heal because it doesn't get a lot of blood flow. So my shoulder has to be very, very still in order to get the repaired spot to heal. I have scar tissue in there already, so that might add a little more time. So we're probably looking at more like 6 weeks of me being in a sling. Also, after that, there's physical therapy to get, the mobility back, but also strengthen up the muscles. Because, if you don't move something for 6 weeks, the muscles are going to get, really weak and everything. And so I'm going to have to build all that back up. And, it's a long road. I'm looking at a good, 4 to 6 months recovery time to be fully back to, where I was before the injury. But I was prepared for that. It was the same thing when I had the previous surgery. I want to say it took about, probably about 4 to 5 months or so for me to be, back on my game. But even, and that was without having, a previous surgery and scar tissue and all that good stuff in there. So it's just, it's going to be a process, but at least it's my non-dominant arm. So I should be able to do just about everything I normally do. There's not going to be a whole lot that I won't be able to do. And it's probably just going to be the stuff I already can't do because it hurts. So, that's where we are right now. So I'm actually, I'm looking forward to getting this over with, getting recovery started, all that good stuff. I'm so over it at this point. So, and it really, honestly, last time it wasn't a bad surgery. Like, if you gotta have surgery, have it on one of your extremities because, abdominal surgery is the worst. You can't do anything. It's like you don't realize how much you actually use your abdominal muscles for everything until you have surgery on them and it hurts to do anything. So even with it having to be immobile and going through the physical therapy and it just being like months and months until I can get back to, normal life, honestly, it wasn't that bad last time because it's my non-dominant arm. And it didn't hurt a lot. Last time I was back at work after 3 days, but honestly, I could have gone back to work the day after the surgery. They did a nerve block to numb my whole arm. And that was supposed to last about 12 hours or so. And I didn't realize when it wore off because I wasn't in any pain. And everybody had told me, the doctor had told me, nurses had told me, oh, this is such a painful surgery, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it is? The only pain I had was when I would, accidentally overdo it and move my shoulder too much. That was it. And so I just immediately felt better after the surgery because I wasn't in pain all the time. So, I'm really not stressed about that at all. My mom is going to come up the day before the surgery. She's going to take me to it. And I told her, that she can go home the day after because, you know, even if I do need help here and there, my roommate is working from home full time now. So it's like, even if I just need help, you know, like reaching something or, you know, lifting something, whatever the case may be, he's going to be here. So, and the last time I had this done, I lived alone. So it was like, whatever. It's honestly not a big deal to me at all. So I'm just looking forward to having it done and over with. So that's where we are right now with the old shoulder. So yeah, you will probably end up seeing a lot of content from me for a little while because I'm going to be doing nothing but sitting around trying to recover. And so I'll just talk about, you know, how that's going, various other things in my life. Oh, I'm probably gonna do a course of antibiotics before the surgery because they have to do it under general anesthesia because they're actually going to be, part of the surgery is like they have to drill into the bone and they put like anchors in there and then they like pull the cartilage back into place and secure it to the anchors. So like you can't, there's not really a good enough way to get enough, to like kill enough of the sensation in the shoulder to be able to, you know, have that not be a painful process. But general anesthesia is hard on anybody's lungs, but particularly a CF patient, because with general anesthesia, you are so knocked out that you can't breathe on your own. So they have to put you on a ventilator during the surgery. And in addition to not being able to breathe on your own, you can't cough. But even if you could cough, the pressure from the ventilator will just be pushing down anything that you're trying to cough up. So like it would just be like keeping it down into your lungs. And so that pressure just like in a CF patient pushes all the mucus like further into their lungs. And we already have a hard time clearing our lungs. And so it's like even harder after general anesthesia. So going into the surgery, my lungs need to be as clear as they can possibly be. So with just about every surgery I've had a course of antibiotics beforehand, just to make sure that I'm as healthy as that I am as healthy as I can possibly be going into it, making the recovery process easier. So my CF doctor is out of the office until the end of the month, but I already sent an email and I am scheduled to see him on the 1st. So we can go over everything and come up with a plan at that point. So, you know, it was actually a good thing that I couldn't get in for like 5 weeks because it gives me plenty of time to coordinate everything, get the antibiotics on board, and just kind of get my life organized to be able to handle whatever I need to handle when I only have one wing to work with. So, I mean, it's all a good thing. I'm not worried about it. I'm not scared. I'm actually looking forward to it. I just want it done. So, that is it for now. So you can click here to subscribe. That's the word I'm looking for, to my channel, to make sure that you get all the updates leading up to and after surgery. And you can click right here to watch the video about how I injured my shoulder in this manner, which is really stupid and dumb, but right up my alley. I have a history of injuring myself in stupid ways. So I will see you guys later and keep checking back for updates, and you get to learn all about what life is like after shoulder surgery. Say shoulder surgery 3 times fast. I dare you. It's hard. But anyway, I love you guys. I will see you later, and I hope you are having an awesome, lovely day. Bye.